How did you get into the hobby?
Oh, hello there. I was reading Machinations of a Space Princess. How are you doing? How did I get into roleplay games? Well, that in itself is not a very interesting story, so I'm gonna add a little bit to that. Quite simply, I've always been a geek. I liked comic books. Like that sort of stuff. Geeky genre movies before it was cool to like them. So I always had people around me who liked role playing games, except um, back when I was a teenager, I thought that was too geeky even for me. So I looked down upon the hobby. I was like, listen, I love Batman comic books, but it's not like I pretend to be a knight. It's not like I'm gonna do that. I'll never go that far. So I guess I had this misconception of I'm a geek, but there's limits, right? I would never go that far into becoming a geek. Little did I know. And yeah, so one summer in Spain, um, I was a teenager or young. No, I was a young adult at that moment. Um, I want to say I was 19. Yeah, 18 or 19, and I was with the kids of my father's girlfriend, and one of their friends ran a game of RuneQuest, and I participated, because I was in the house. Yeah, sure. And then I quickly realized that I was that much of a geek. Um, you know, it was like thinking back on it, it was clearly a game run by a kid, and I don't know how much of the rules were actually like he didn't have the rule book, so I'm guessing he kind of like it's percentage. So, but I don't know how rules as written the game was, so to speak. Um, what I know is that then it kind of led me into wanting to run my own games. So the book I ended up getting in, deep down, I think I was really interested in Vampire the Masquerade, but for whatever reason, I just imagined people pretending to be vampires, and again, that's a bit too much back then for me. So instead, I bought like what seemed like a more normal game, to which was about hunting monsters. Right? I'll play a normal person. And that was Hunter the Reckoning, but of course the version from Spain back then in the early 2000s, Cazador la Venganza. So this book has like it, I ran it a lot in Canada, so I was the only one who could read the rule book because it was in Spanish, and it was really cool because the summer I bought it, I went on a trip with my dad to um, Hungary in Budapest, or I should say Budapest in Hungary. And now I don't know how you say the name of that. The Danube. I don't the Danube. I guess I don't know how you say it in English. But we were right next to the Danube, and actually, one day we went on a trip on the Danube, and that's like the very prominent location in the Dracula novel. So I was reading a book about hunting monsters and vampires right next to a place that was famous for hunting vampires, like the in the Dracula novel. So yeah, that just I guess immersed me in that vibe, like being in that place. Um, and I think it helped that it was the old World of Darkness was a system that wasn't too complex, I think, to start with. So that also helped, as that was the first rule book I was reading. And yeah, it all went downhill from there. So much time wasted, so much money spent on that hobby. But yeah, well, and anyway, thank you for watching.